I was discipled by a quiet, godly, simple man named Melvin. Melvin didn't preach to me with words or teach me in a classroom setting. He discipled me, although I don't recall him ever using the word disciple. I watched as he never spoke ill of any single person. And even when he had reason to, he still did not. I watched as he gave grace to struggling families who lived in his little apartment building, as he often refused to collect rent payments from them when they were going through difficult times. I followed in his footsteps to church on Sunday morning, Sunday evening, and Wednesday night, and I watched him beam with pleasure when I sang my first solo at church when I was 8 years old. I was also discipled by a bubbly, gregarious, loving woman named Margaret. I knew she loved the Lord's Day because she took most of Saturday to prepare for it. Her dining room became a beauty salon for the little old ladies in the congregation. They would come to our house on Saturday morning to have their hair done for free so they could look their best for Sunday school and worship. She would spend Saturday cooking and baking and praying that visitors would come to church so she could invite them home for lunch. And then she might have an opportunity to tell them about what Jesus had done in her life. She discipled me in all of this, and every day I watched her underline verses in her big black Bible. I never went to discipleship class with Melvin or Margaret, but I grew up in their home because Melvin and Margaret were my mom and my dad. I grew in the faith because I shared life with them. I spent time with them. They walked with me through my struggles and my victories and my tears and my smiles. They were genuine Christians. I was raised in the incubator of their home and our church home. I knelt with them in prayer by my bedside and at the altars of the church. They made sure that I was engaged in all the practices of our little church. They made sure that I went to Sunday school and Bible quizzing and youth group activities and Christmas caroling, revival services and summer camps and camp meetings. They showed me the value of works of service to the needy of our community. They signed me up to sing in our Sunday night Singspiration services because you see, the church was the first to have open mic night and karaoke. And after they introduced me to Jesus, Melvin and Margaret Broadbooks led me to the baptismal pool and the communion table. I was discipled by two people who didn't even know they were discipling me. At least, they probably wouldn't have called it discipling. They were just so in love with their little boy that they couldn't help but share the best part of their lives with the little boy. And they gave me Jesus.